I
And
start looking at, hello, people.
we're live.
Christopher, what's up, buddy? Bat, how you doing?
I was looking for the comments and it was just blank. Like I know there was people in the chat earlier. Is it?
Legends of Gaming. Des, I hope I
Oh,
probably butchered your name up there earlier saying happy birthday or happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day, Desiree, but I'm sure I butchered that Desiree up. I got it on my other computer over there, but I didn't think I could bring it up in time. What's up, Tim? Happy Mother's Day to all you mommies. The mommies in heaven. And hopefully the mommies you spent time with today. Chattanooga Ed. Can't believe that.
huh?
Chattanooga Ed. He may come back later. I didn't read his whole comment before I said hello to him.
Oh,
He's having dessert with his mom right now. Miss Jody P. I'll be enjoying dinner with the dinner. Catch everyone next week. Okay. So she stopped in to say hello at least.
yeah. I read the chat before. I'm so not used to going looking at my email for a link for your live.
Yeah, actually, I forgot to. I set it up probably about 11 o'clock. And where is he? Oh, Flatbed. What's up, Flatbed? And because if I don't, Fish Family Link needs about 6 hours to promote it, to turn it
Hmm.
over to Fish Family Link, so that it alerts to other people that are part of Fish Family Link.
Hmm.
And it doesn't always operate so well for me. But so yeah, I did it a little bit earlier today, sort of experimenting with it a little bit, and I forgot. I said, "Oh shit, you know what? Simon don't have a link anymore like that." What's up, Judge Weffner?
Hey Jeff.
I remembered to send you a link. It was probably around 1 o'clock, a few hours later.
Yeah,
Jeff
I saw it.
Pelican. My God, what's up, Jeff? That's a first, I think, for Jeff to be here. He's from the fish community, obviously.
I could tell
Aquatics.
by the aquatics.
Yeah, he'll go live after us, probably about 10:30, 11:30, something like that. And he'll go on. They do a lot of they do a lot of research type stuff, like identifying fish. Someone says like something like what kind of fish they would like to have, and they would name it, or is it available. They'll start doing like research online and find out availability and pricing and stuff, and where it came from and what size it gets, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I just found out there was different species of lionfish.
Yeah. So Tim says he's going on at 6. I thought he went before me last week.
6, 7,
Pacific.
8,
So he goes at 8,
6, 9 your time.
9 my time.
8 my time, 7 mountain, and 6 central or
Oh,
6.
so he's 3 hours. That's right. He's
Yeah,
3 hours.
He's West Coast.
Yeah, Timmy, I thought you went before me last week. Cause I know you did because I couldn't. I
They,
couldn't finish her video last week.
they had to do an emergency will episode, so they went on for like maybe an hour. Yeah,
Okay, 9 Eastern time. Okay, yeah, that's CV. Tim, I almost called him Timmy again. CV's calling him Timmy. I said, Timmy. I said, I like Timmy. It's like Guggen. Everybody start calling him AJ or something. I like Guggen. Guggen.
well, he changed his name to Googie at one point. Everyone was calling him Googie.
Oh, last week he did back to back. I get you. Yeah, he changed it, and everybody started calling him AJ. I said, I like Guggen better.
Hmm.
So you see that he just gave me permission to call him Timmy. Everyone else does. So Jeff Pelham, I'm glad to see you in here, buddy. I don't think you. I think this is the first time you've been here in the lives. We
For
don't
sure.
pack a real big crowd, but we pack crowds. Usually a bunch of the regular people that come in, and it's up to Moose and enjoy some time with us. It's like a family from a family, or a family from another family, or it's like family. There's CV.
This dysfunctional family.
Everyone calls me Timmy. Slept bed.
How do
You can call
I?
me anything but late for dinner. No, not around here. When you call for dinner, a lot of cooker going on here. So you got your new red, white, and blue Weber kettle, I understand.
Yes, sir.
And did you break it in first to get rid of that paint, or is that already done from Weber, or what?
It's painted on there.
Right, but I mean, so do you like did the instructions say you should do a burn in first to seat the paint, or
Well, what I did, I did one anyway.
okay,
But it does. I mean, it still looks nice, nice and patriotic, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I saw those pictures going around about a week ago. I was like, wow, that really looks good. I'd love to have one of those, but I've got a kettle. You know, they don't have holes in it. No sense in replacing it.
Yeah.
They just cost more money. As much as I would love to have a patriotic Weber, because I'm all about my. There it is. Fishy Fam is kicked in. Thank you, Fish Fam Link. But if I had money, this disposable money, I'd go out and buy one. But I
Yeah.
just haven't done it, But as much as I would love to, because I'm all about the Weber kettle.
Yeah.
I,
I did get a check from YouTube last this past couple of weeks ago, and
right,
so I figured I might as well go ahead and get it now since it was cheaper than a regular Weber.
right. Oh, really?
Webers are like 200 ish,
Okay.
and so this is a 22 inch. So I
Yeah.
paid like 170, I think it was.
But you said this is I don't want to say your first Weber. It's your only Weber, right?
Yeah, it's well. I did have that little tiny one that
Yeah.
like a maybe like a leg quarter or two.
Right.
Did have that 20 years ago. I bought it for $5 at a rummage sale. Kept it for a while. Um, Never used it really. But this is my actual first Weber, full size Weber.
I love mine, man. I tell you, I can't. Whenever I know I got to cook something, it's what I want to go to. It really is what I want to go to. If I wasn't afraid to destroy that piece of meat that Judge Wepner sent me, I would have tried that on a Weber. But it's like, man, I'm not going to destroy that thing. So,
Well, guess who destroyed the skin on some chicken today?
is that right?
Yes, I'm gonna
Are you?
take I'm gonna take off the skin off of it and then just put some sauce on it.
Yeah. Did you all? So you're offsetting it? It just stuck to your grates for me. Is what you're saying? Yeah.
Well, well, the thing is, I put the chicken over the hot coals, flipped it over. When I flipped it back on skin side up,
Right.
it hurt the skin.
Yeah.
And so what I did, I just put it all off to the side and just let it cook all the way through with it. It's still not up to temp. What's my Insta read? It was like 1:30 earlier. But I put it all the way to the other edge where away from the fire, and I put some sausage. Your mystery ingredient is on tonight. I have a feeling that I'm going to going to suffer. Uh,
But that was the Mountain Dew, wasn't it?
no, mine wasn't Mountain Dew.
Oh, you're Mr. Good. Okay. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's
Russ.
up, Russ?
What's up?
What's up, Rack? Did you get an email from me, Rack? I followed up the original email with another email either yesterday or today.
What's up, everybody?
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, that's one of the cool things they did. I think is I didn't doing this right.
Good part.
I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but Stevie's and Brother Steven and Jacqueline, their logo, it catches me every time. I want to say, hey, Steven.
What's with that
I'll
hoop?
check it. It may not do it. I don't know if I'm even doing it right. I just did because I've seen other people do it. I thought I'd show you another little feature of it. It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
basically it's a Discord. FFL. Who farted? See if it works for Jeff. There you go, Rack 805. Budget bonsai. It may not be all the way on for me. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I do remember Zen saying something about when they updated, he took some stuff out. That's what it is. Jeff, I don't think you can do that anymore. It just popped in my head. Guggen got a high dollar barbecue pellet smoker the other day. Stole it.
So did Randy.
No.
Randy had
They interviewed the guy who lived next door. Said, "I never seen a white boy run so fast with that big ass grill in his hand."
Randy got a gateway.
Yeah, he did. I saw that. Yeah, what you get, Guggen? I can't remember names. What's up, Brian? Eight ball. I haven't barbecued this much since the pre-baby. Not as much as the flavor on the offset. Yeah, no, I agree 100% on that. What's up, Eric? How's it going, buddy? They usually say that that's why there's smoke tubes, but I don't like a smoke tube. I think that for me it's hard to keep going. There you go, Rick. It's a Memphis Pro Pellet Smoker. I don't know anything about them. It looks nice. It's all stainless steel. I love where the hopper is in the back of that thing. I think that's so cool. I think Rectech did that on one of their smokers too, I think. I think so, Jeff. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember that being in a discussion of someone's live this week that people were trying different features and it wasn't working. And I think it was Zen that said that when they update, they removed a lot of those features. So, oh, I know why you need to. Oh, let me do that.
Oh, okay. Gotta go to YouTube. Let me go check on my chicken. I'll be right back.
All right. Do that then. Be right back with you there, chat. I guess I did that right. Jeff, I made them a managing moderator. I didn't make them a standard moderator. Was that correct to do that way? Awesome cookers for searing steaks. I haven't tried that yet. Well, I think that's what Guggen, if I remember correctly, that's what Guggen wanted that thing for, because it was known for searing steaks. I'm not finding an email from you. Change that to standard. I'll be right back. All right, made him a standard moderator. Yeah, I sent it. Did you get any of the emails in Rack from what's it, Friday night or today? Watch, I'll get spammed now. It's and run. Yeah, I wasn't sure because of the commands. I thought about that. All right, Rack, that's my email right there above you, Rack. When I tried your email the other day that Whip had posted, it came back to me the first time. I sent it a second time and it went. So I don't know if there's an issue with it or not. What's up, Salvador?
What's up, Sal?
So I don't know, but that Rack above you is my email address. If that helps, I hope. 1 month to go. And also for the car show, Iola car show.
He said Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
Must be going. I don't know where he's going. To be honest with you.
Iowa call it's in July. Unless he's, are you competing in Iowa, Eric? I know Dutch has been doing all kinds of cooking, but he's doing pop-ups, doing the campground thing. Oh, visit. Going to Iowa to visit Kent. Oh, and to compete in a comp. Okay.
No, he's going to complete in a comp.
Oh, wow. I read between the lines. Uncle Smiley, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you being in here. No specific theme to our lives. It's just whatever comes up. The gentleman here on the bottom, he's a Navy Yard welder, mechanic, you name it.
I'm an ex-Navy shipyard
Right,
welder.
ex-retired. He's older than me too, by the way.
Not by much.
Sent you an email. Okay. No, not by much.
See, this should give all of y'all confidence that you can still look great at 66. Don't look at Lance. Look at me.
I'll be right back. I'm replying to an email that was sent last Friday that he never got.
I'll be right back. I need to grab water
Right.
out of the other room.
I am so sorry, chat. I will be right back. Just give me one more minute.
I'm back. Oh,
You got him for a minute, Simon?
yeah, I'm good. I wish I had controls, but
Yeah, we need to do that mod thing again.
yeah, well, maybe after the live. Thank you, thank you. Was checking on my chicken and sausage.
Are we going to see that? Is
Mm,
that cooker in
probably
action or not? Not tonight.
no, because I would have to set up my laptop and that camera up there,
Okay.
and I just ran out of time today. That Weber took me a little longer than expected to put together. Oh, stop!
I'd probably, I'd probably like to see it after there's a cook on it. Anyway,
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
yep. I'm gonna try something different tomorrow.
I,
Actually,
wanna, I am curious to see how that paint holds up on that red, white, and blue theme. I see Jeff had posted something earlier. I wonder if it started working.
turn that like button blue and smash subscribe. Okay,
Yeah, there's that one.
it's like a Nightbot type of thing.
It is. Well, exactly, more or less.
Did you
I
made him?
st-
You made him moderator?
I did.
Oh yeah,
Actually, I made him a managing moderator, and I went back and changed it to him to a standard moderator.
yeah. I see the wrench on him.
Rack, I did reply to your email.
He's been a little troublemaker today. Stop. Oh, you know what? I need to give you some kibble. Be right back.
Okay. Oh my son, send Rack. Rack, are you busy right now? See about emailing you the link. I'm not going to be on here very long because when StreamYard jacked up the cost to their subscription, I canceled it and went back in at a free one. So I'm getting alerts that I'm reaching my monthly allowed hours. They cut those back too from 12 hours to 5 hours.
Oh,
So
really?
they only give you 5 hours now.
They're gonna cut it out altogether before long, I guess.
Well, I'm looking more into that other.
I have something about that. That 5 hour thing is for storage. If you store videos on StreamYard,
Are
because I
you
still
sure? Because I went in today and looked at it, like all the different. Because it keeps wanting you to click on to this
yeah, because
the
they want you to
top of the
basic.
line.
Yeah, because they
So I
want you to
went back and clicked on the free, and I clicked on all the options, and it said 5 hours.
5 hours of storage. But if you go look, I have to tell you after the live
Okay. I
because
hope it is 12 because I keep getting
have,
these alerts.
it told me I spent 11 of my 20 allotted hours.
Oh, okay.
Last night because I went live last night,
Right.
and mine flipped over on I think on the 14th or the 15th, so I'll be fine.
Right.
With what I got left.
Hey,
Few more days.
Rack, did you want to come up on the panel? I heard you on a live the other night that you're even an artist. I've subscribed to your pawn show. All right,
Yeah,
The
I don't.
that.
It
the
wouldn't make any sense for them to limit how many hours you're live because you're actually live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? As far as all the people drawing bandwidth, that's coming from YouTube, not StreamYard.
right,
I wouldn't think. You know.
and there's a way to go live on just YouTube. But
Well, Yeah, I mean everybody's watching you on YouTube, so all the
Correct.
bandwidth is drawing off their servers, not
Their
streaming yours.
website ain't being affected at all.
Right.
StreamYard.
Yeah, that's probably storage, like you say.
I
So
hope
that
so.
is being stored on their servers.
I'm gonna click on the little duck. If I fall out, I'll come right back.
Okay. It's sent, Rack. What is Brian saying? Almost 50 hours is almost $200. I know it. I just can't spend that kind of money. If the channel was making it, I'd have no problem because it's a write off. It's for taxes, but the channel's not even making 30 some dollars a month consistently. I just can't do that on top of what's already being spent.
Yeah. So I click on the little duck, and then I click on billing. It right there on billing. It'll tell you how many hours you use for the month and how much you have left. I spent 11 something out of 20.
Okay. Okay. I hope so. Or even Brian thinks that's the way it goes.
Yeah, Brian. I think that $50 one, the $50 one is for storage. It's up to 400 a year, 430 a year. I think it is instead of 200.
Okay. I forgot how much a month the other one is. One
Oh,
of them is
I can tell you.
one of them's over $200. Then there's another one that's in between free and I can't enterprise maybe.
I am looking it up right now.
465 is what Timmy's saying.
Account.
That's a big increase. And someone as a UK that bought them. Some company out of the UK, wasn't it?
Canada.
You would
Canada.
have to have some sort of sponsors and all for your lives to offset that cost. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, you know.
Right. I paid 200.
I paid like whatever it was, 230. I think it was whatever it was last year. I paid it up front because it was a cheaper option than paying monthly.
Right. StreamYard's 465. That's a big difference right there. Streamlab is 189.
These real big channels that rack in thousands of people and get all these super chats, that's one thing, you know.
Right.
It'd be well worth it. But small
Right.
channels, no.
All right.
I just
So go ahead. The first one that you can pay for is $44.99 a month, or $35.99 a month if you pay for the year.
for the year.
And then the next one after that's $88.99 a month, or $68.99 a month if you pay for the year.
Right.
And then the other ones are almost 300 a
Yeah.
month. Sheesh.
And I understand the fact that you get all these other bells and whistles, but I'm not a blogger, for a living. So all those bells and whistles and stuff, it don't mean nothing to me. All I want to do, I don't even care if their little StreamYard duck stays in the corner. It doesn't bother me. All I want to be able to do is on Sunday night go live and have the people that have been here for years, be able to chat with them. That's all I want. I don't want to pay $40 a month for 3 to 4 uses a month out of it, but mostly 4. I don't know how many weeks are in a month, but I don't know. Restream, yeah, I know. Timmy, they keep doing that stuff. I'm gonna look at something different. Everybody was talking about it before, and I just said no. If I can go back to free StreamYard, that's what I'm going to do. But I keep getting these harassing emails. And it's like, jeez.
He's like, "Where's your money, Lance? Where's your money?"
What's up, Cheryl?
You used to pass, now you quit. Come on, pass again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you
Dr. Ted. What are you doing, Dr. Ted? How are you, sir? That surprises me. I didn't think he even knew who I was. very funny gentleman. He actually put a book out. If you're in like koi ponds, patio ponds, that kind of stuff, he's got a book out. What is up, Jeff? God, everybody's coming in here now. I should have. There he is, Rack. I should have made sure he was dressed
Hey,
first.
buddy.
What's up, Rack?
This got plugged in. Thanks for having me up, Lance.
No, I'm grateful for it. The reason why I really wanted to bring you up because last week I think it was on I'll say Whips Live, maybe even been here or maybe Simon's Live. We talked about you had a pond channel and I had no idea. I had all these tabs open. What's up, Brian? I had all these tabs open to save, and sure shit, I just know me. There's no sense in me trying to save nothing.
Didn't
I ended up deleting
didn't
them all. I did, Simon. I deleted every single one of them.
I tell you to not close it?
I just don't have computer skills. So I hit up Christine, and she gave me your. I couldn't remember your channel name for the pond, so I finally found it and I subscribed to it. But then I was on another live where you were part of it, and you did artwork.
That's right.
So you had a channel, had also a channel of artwork you do?
We so the first YouTube channel was years ago when I had a fish room called River Life, and we lived on the river, and I traveled to all of those aquarium symposiums. They're so much fun, you know, the aquatic experience and Aquashella. Then we moved off the river into the suburbs, and I built a pond. So I changed the channel name to Pond Life. And YouTube didn't like that. They quit me. I was monetized as River Life, and they left. It just crashed. But they weren't paying the bills. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I changed the channel name to Pond Life Channel, and just did it because I loved it, and started filming my koi underwater and playing different music to having edited videos with them swimming in slow motion. Just so cool, and I loved it. And I did the big series on building the pond. It's a real fun series to watch. And but after I've got all of my koi filmed, then that channel just went static, and I started focusing as a retiree on my art. So this channel, Budget Bonsai, originally was Rack Cross Studio. Okay. And I just went into the bonsai to do the tree styling and the pottery. So I unlisted all of the art videos that weren't pottery or bonsai. So that's where we are now. And in between, here at the new place, right beside the pond, is a bird feeding station. So I have another YouTube channel called Bird Garden. And Bird Garden channel includes a 24/7 live stream of our bird feeding station. So that's pretty cool. And I did a bunch of videos on identifying birds because my wife and I are bird nerds. We travel all over now, going to birding festivals and places that where the birds live that we've never seen before. And it's a real lifestyle element.
Right.
And we all love to eat, and she's a foodie. So somehow, because Lance, you're such a missionary across all denominations, if you will, we met, and I started hanging out with you guys, and I've probably put on 10 pounds since I've been watching you guys. I get hungry every time I hear one of these streams.
Yeah. Simon, Nightbot's not working again. I just tried it.
I just did it earlier. It worked just fine.
Cheryl tried it. It didn't work for her either. So there it goes. That worked that time. So the artwork, is that something you just sort of fizzed out?
It's not focusing on it on the YouTube channel. You can see I do a lot of trout art. All of my regional fly fishing shops carry a bunch of my art, and it's just not something I make on YouTube. That creative thing is real, and to do it kind of on demand, on camera, it the outcome's a little bit different. So it was okay to move out of the art and just do the bonsai, where you have an excellent before and after style video.
Right.
And I started at the high end of bonsai. I couldn't take any friends with me because they weren't willing to make the sacrifice, sell things, and work extra. I loved it. And
Right.
so now my mission is to make it granular, to make it for everybody. That's why it's budget bonsai. And I do videos about how, $1, $5 and under bonsai, and
Right.
the substitutes. You don't have to buy a $600 pot to have a
Right.
great bonsai. You can use a recycled yogurt container for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
now I'm just trying to get everybody in on the fun, because it's so much fun for me. I think it's fun for everybody.
Oh yeah, I think it's a blast. I religiously was watching them all, and then when I started
I
getting more
appreciate
into the fish community, I still go back and I pick them up, but I don't like. I was like on them, 5 minutes after they were released. I was on top of them there for a while, and I started. Hey, let's go on, Mel. I started sharing them on my Facebook page because I've got other
Thank
people
you.
that are retired, and
Yeah.
I just thought, man, this is just such a cool damn hobby to, gives you a chance to work with your mind,
Yes.
work with your hands, get creative.
Be creative,
Uh,
and then have something at the end that everybody can enjoy.
Right.
So you
Corey?
you ready to try one of those, huh, Lance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
I want to send you some hot sauce and some. I was just thinking about your comment when I told the truth about my hot sauce, but I want to send you some hot sauce in a bonsai pot.
Okay. and these are what they call the tripods. Because I saw Ed was actually in here earlier. He posted up the other day when I guess it was Saturday, last night. Tripod. I'm sorry.
1.0.
So these are like really, really miniatures.
They got 3 feet, so that's why I call them a tripod.
Right.
I did a video on my channel called the Thimble Challenge, where
Right.
YouTubers put a bonsai on a thimble. So this is giant in comparison to that. It's got my little chop on it there, but it's it's small. It's you got to stay
Well,
on top of it. It's going to require some attention. It's going to be more of a pet than a plant. You like
Right.
that, Lance? I'll send you that one.
Yes, sir. I love that one.
All
Yeah.
right.
I was out in the yard because it was Mother's Day. Of course, it was change the oil in my car and trim the bushes and do this and do that. So cut the grass. So tripods. There you go.
Small pots that are a big deal because Lance going to use one.
And of course, I will definitely be filming it. I don't know if you remember. I started doing because when I get bored and I've got nothing to do, I'm on Marketplace for hours. Well, I found a guy that was probably less than 2 hours away from me, and he had all kinds of just abandoned bonsai projects.
Mm.
One of them was the one where you did you went out of town, like as a Dave's Bonsais,
Yeah, Dave's bonsai.
where you were actually growing a bonsai around an object that went up to the middle of the trunk, to the base of the tree.
Yeah,
This
they
guy
call
had
that
one of
style
those-
root over rock.
Root over rock. He had one of those started, Rack.
Hmm.
You
So
can
much
tell-
fun.
Yeah, he had one of those started, and I just I was like, God, I'm so into this thing now. But anyhow, I'm definitely want to be interested in doing that.
Well,
Wow.
Lance, the bonsai are divided into 2 major territories there: indoors and outdoors, tropical and whatever. So if you're doing a lot of outdoor cooking, that's a real enhancement to your outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
Put you a bonsai pot out there and tinker with it while you're waiting for something to smoke.
What's up, Steven? I don't know if you got my email. He sent me a plant, and I think the YouTube people think it was marijuana or
Thanks,
something
Steven.
on a table. But I put out a short video But the plants that he sent me, in less than an hour, that thing was pushing 1,200 views. I
Good
about
for
fell
you.
over. I
Nailed
couldn't
it.
believe it. I couldn't believe it. About fell over. And I said, they
So,
must think
were you in the Fish Fam before you had the Food Channel?
I was not. I was not. I started the barbecue thing, and I started getting, I don't want to say bored of it. I was just down on it. It was just taking so much time. There was no reward to it. And I started watching, well, one of them is Steven, that live he has on Friday night. And it was like, it was a game. It's a live show. It's a game. And there's, a lot of people talking back and forth, communicating with each other, having a great time. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I started clicking on some of the other channels, and I saw, these people really getting into their fish tanks. Like, man, I used to be in
Yeah.
the fish tanks years ago and just walked away from it, and I started just getting into them in the aquascape and watching TG, what's it, the Garden of Eder, watching, put myself on the spot, Grant and Shelby do some things. And there was another one called Lois. She's in the UK. She did a winter scene, and that one blew my mind, that winter escape. And then, of course, you got Joanna at Primetime, or actually, that's not her channel, it's her husband's channel. But I just started seeing all these different fish. I mean, when I was coming up, it was guppies, mollies,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, but then I thought, I'd really like to get into it, but I didn't want to leave my barbecue family behind.
Right.
So I was afraid to make that jump. And fortunately, it worked out. I think Stephen P was one of the first ones to said that, we eat too, And
Excellent. I love the collaboration. You're the best at it that I've seen in a minute, Lance. Keep up the good work. I just subscribed to Stephen P as Budget Bonsai.
Right.
Everyone should do that. I'm looking for the live to see if there's a notify me. He may not have his next live stream posted yet, but I'll hit the bell. It'll let me know or not. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm not positive if it's this week or the following week. One of his shows, I think he's not going to be able to do either the Monday night. If you want a mind blown to see a young man and a young lady talk, I don't know, biology. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah, it is.
They can tell you
Mixology.
anything you need to know about plants and water and stuff like that. If you're really into it, if you want to take it to that level, I walk away feeling dumb but educated at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all nerd out, right? We just go
Right.
deeper and deeper.
It just blows my mind that people can retain that type of stuff. I mean, it's like I don't know, like Russ doing with the welding, laying dimes, and it just blows my mind that someone has a skill. I guess when you work at it daily, you got to learn.
Well, and you know this, everyone who's on this panel knows this. There's a lot to YouTube. It's an extra job,
Right.
And that these people are willing to share that. I think it really heightens the ability for us to connect, because we all have something in common if we've gone through that process. Hey, Lance, would you mind if I spammed my Pond Life channel?
You may certainly will. You may certainly will.
Okay, I put it there in the chat. It's still the URL still says River
Yep.
Life.
Yep. Go right ahead.
Yeah, you can do type in Sleeper in the chat. It'll drop the link automatically.
If
What
he's
is-
signed in there, he may be signed in as Budget Bonsai.
Yeah, that's right. I am.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
I look over in your chat and it's like I'm back in the Fish Fam. You are a missionary.
well, I don't want to say that. I appreciate, and I'll call it love,
Oh, it is love. Easy.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the love that the people from the Fish family are showing me. The people at the barbecue community are accepting each other. I mean, I've seen Simon in some of the fish lives. I've seen
Yep.
Stevie, the Munchie Mafia, she's been in, some of the lives with the Fish family. Her better half, Tim, let me take that back. Her other half, Tim Mitchell, he's been in, in some of those other ones too. Some of the Fish family lives. And
You got
I think
Dr.
it's
Ted
great.
in here.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know
Dr. Ted,
that one surprised me. That one
konnichiwa.
surprised me.
You know, I bought his book years ago, and I've been tubbing on and off since I started fish keeping. It is so much fun. Also, compatible completely with outdoor cooking. Don't have to dig a hole. You just put a tub out on the patio and
Right.
talk to nerds about what kind of fish they have in their tubs. That's another whole avenue.
I mean, until you get one, you don't realize how much joy, even if you don't have fish. Because one of the things that I would enjoy to do, but I've never done, is a pondless pond. So it's basically a spill, a nice waterfall that spills into a hopper of rocks, and the water just disappears. You don't see it. It gets picked back up and returned back to the top of the waterfall, and it comes back down. A pondless pond, I think they call them. But I think those things are so cool. But just the noise of the water can, can
Oh,
make a bad day good easily.
psychological effect, all positive. You know, my pond is I had an aquascape certified contractor build my pond. That's Greg Whitstock's company up in Chicago. Uh, and he makes like in a kit, he makes exactly what you're talking about, the pondless pond. One order, one box, you install it, and it's got that big urn that's faceted all over it, and you hear that water trickle down, and then it disappears into a bed of gravel. There's no insects or anything. Quite calming.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, I got a chair to sit. I got a fold up chair. I just fold it up. I just put it aside. I get a fish food container, and I'll just sit there and I'll tease them. Like pluck. I'll try to like, get one close to their mouth. A stick, and just make a game of it. And they enjoy the hell out of it. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy the ponds. The biggest pain in the butt with ponds is just keeping the leaves out of there. But I did get one of those screened pop-up domes this
Yeah.
year for a pond. Last year, I'm sorry, last fall. My
That
wife
work
said I
for you?
should have already. Yeah, it worked fantastic. It was great. I wish I'd put it up earlier, listened to my wife, but it takes away from me. I mean,
Yeah. Give and take.
it's still not the same as not having something over it. I enjoy it with nothing being over it, but now I've got a million of those maple helicopters in the bottom of my pond right now. So,
Yeah.
but I'll get it out.
You need to start collecting those and put them in a seed tray and grow in your bonsai forest of maples.
There you go. Cheryl, I meant back up to her because I think she got a pond here this weekend. I was going
Really?
to, yeah, right here. I'm getting 110 for
Okay.
one baby
Yeah.
goldfish.
I hope
That's a
she's
deal.
read Dr. Ted's book.
Yeah.
Again, talk about getting everybody involved. When you read Dr. Ted's book, it's like, this isn't for experts. This is for somebody who wants to try this for the first time.
Right. It's. I mean, he was actually on Stephen and Kelly's live one Monday a few weeks back, and he
That's
talked
why you
about
saw
it.
me on Ed's and Whip's live stream, is because Ed had Dr. Ted scheduled and he had an emergency, had to back out, and Ed had me come and fill in for him. So
Yeah.
I was the best fill in money could buy that night.
Right. So you get into a little bit of cooking too, don't you?
Not much. My wife's a foodie, and the bar's really high around here, and I don't like failure, so not much. Yeah. So I meant I alluded to a comment you made about my hot sauce. As an artist, I found a company that was offering white label hot sauce, which means it's just a blank label. and you order it from them in quantity and send them your artwork, and they just print your label, your marketing logo, your art on the label, their ingredients. And so I have a hot sauce from Rat Cross Studio. Let me show it to you.
Okay. Also, before Rat comes back, Dr. Ted, if there is a link to your book, if you could post that link in the chat, I would. Oh, you know what? I got to make him a moderator. Go ahead, Rack.
Yeah, so this is the best damn hot sauce. So, and that's one of my trout cartoons there. And so I was confessing, I was introducing the hot sauce. I was going to send Ed a bottle of hot sauce. And then, of course, oh, you got your own hot sauce? Oh, wow. How'd you get into that? Oh, man, that's so cool. So I just confessed. I didn't want somebody to call me out. That'd be embarrassing. And I said, that's just white label, John. And so Lance was in there, and I said, I hope Lance isn't still in here. This would be so embarrassing if Lance heard me say that someone else made my hot sauce. And so Lance commented, SMDH.
Shaking my damn head. Shaking my damn head.
Oh, shame. Oh, my gosh. It was perfect.
No, it was fine. I couldn't get over it. Ed was like, he was so determined. What's up, Branton? Determined to dig deeper.
Ed, yeah, he's clueless. Ed, I don't want to talk about it. I didn't really make it.
Right. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure there's a whole lot of that going on.
So someone knew that I don't like hot sauce. I don't do heat. I don't like spice. What are you doing with the hot sauce? They weren't offering any not hot white label sauce. It was hot sauce or nothing.
Right. Stephen P. Thank you, Stephen. So there is the link to Dr. Ted's pond book. If you want to check the book out, coffee table book, maybe you want to get into, a little patio pond or something. That's, a good start right here. Just pick it up and check it out. Thank you, Stephen.
Russ, are you live streaming? Do you have a stream?
No, I don't. I hardly ever go live. Hardly ever.
Okay. I looked around to see if I could find you. I couldn't find you. Do you have a channel?
Oh yeah, I got 2 channels.
What's the big one?
The cooking channel is Smoky Ribs Barbecue. Smoky without the E. It's just like what's behind me there on my wall. Smoky Ribs BBQ.
Gotcha.
And then he has a DIY channel too. What was that one?
Skill Savvy DIY.
Oh, it's a big channel. Congratulations, Russ.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on my way out, man. I've been doing that channel for 13 years.
I
Had
hear
a
you.
lot of success with it, and I'm kind of ready to retire that channel. Actually, I'm turning it over to my oldest son, and so he might do something with it. Who knows?
What's the DIY channel?
That one is only a year old. Skill Savvy DIY.
Yeah, he's that man is the reason why I got back into barbecue, Rack, and now he's going to retire from us. But I think he'll still be around. That crawfish boil you did on Facebook, was that a very recent one? There you go. Hold up, Simon.
That was yesterday, Lance.
Okay, I got your channels now, Russ. Ooh,
all right.
Wow.
There you go. On that new Weber.
Yeah.
Patriotic Weber.
I'll get a video out sometime this week on it.
Nice, Simon. Very nice.
I'm gonna have this send this to my nephew and then go make my plate. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, was Weber ever Weber?
Not that I know
I
of.
know of, yeah.
I heard it both ways.
Yeah, some people just spell it wrong. I know, but
Right.
it's Weber. As long as I've known about him, WEBER.
It's a family name, right?
I guess I really couldn't say.
It's pronounced however the family says.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, Lance, that was yesterday. I threw a little birthday party for Trina, my wife.
Yeah.
She turned 60 Tuesday, and we
All
had to
right.
wait till the weekend to do the party. No video, just family
Some
boiling
pictures.
crawfish.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
pictures I saw on Facebook. But
yeah, felt good
Derek,
too
man,
about it,
I
having a
saw
full.
Derek.
Saw who?
I saw Derek in the picture too.
Oh
I hadn't
yeah,
seen him for a little while.
him and his family was there. Trina invited one of her, actually a couple of her friends, and Chad had some friends there, and then just family mainly. 2 sacks, and we ate just about every one of them. That was some nice size crawfish.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they look
Brant,
okay, or they were good.
I was up in Pennsylvania with my brother-in-law last year, and we went around hitting up some bars, and I thought I could ride a mechanical bull. Turns out I couldn't, but I was bound and determined to do it before I take my last breath. Sort of like that, live life, and that's what I was doing. But there's a gentleman there. He was out of New York, and he owned this bar we were at. He had a kitchen, but the kitchen had closed, and he had chicken livers in there that was a family recipe out of New York. He says, "You want to try these?" Because we got talking. My brother-in-law and I got to talking about. I think that was the weekend we did the cow tongue. I cooked the cow tongue up on a knockoff Weber, and uh, I'm telling you what, he's right, man. Them chicken livers are pretty good stuff. I didn't think I'd like them, but I did. But I'm so happy, man. We need to talk more about barbecue before I lose my barbecue family. Rick, so how did your cook turn out last night that you started? I thought it was so great to see Alan. I like to see Carrie in your live last night. I hadn't seen them for so long, but it was glad to see them in your live chatting up. But don't forget the onions. Also, Rick is battling cancer.
Oh man.
He just got through, was it 35 treatments? And the end of this month in Texas, there is a benefit. When Simon comes back, I got a brisket cooked maybe coming out next week. It's already filmed. I just haven't edited it. There it is. Thank you, Simon. So this is the benefit. Rick is the young guy on the left,
Okay.
and he's fighting it like a true warrior. I just can't believe it, the strength that man's got. But and then to find out, how he found out, it's just like a snap of the finger. Actually, I found out last night when they diagnosed him with cancer. He also was diagnosed with sugar diabetes and high cholesterol, I think it was. So I'm like, damn, I said, somebody was looking out for you. But anyhow, there is the benefit. There'll be some donations going on. Of course, everybody's not from Texas, but there will also be some giveaways and stuff like that, food being cooked. There's a GoFundMe there. I don't think I can make that any larger. But Rick is actually an employee. I think that's Rick, isn't that your boss at Barbecue Outfitters is where Rick works at. I think the gentleman to Rick's left is his boss. But anyhow, if you want to check that out, the 31st. Simon?
That's not his boss. That is Al Fragoni. He is from Argentina, I believe. He's a big YouTuber.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I just found Rick's channel. I can't wait to check out some of his videos.
I'm stuffing my face off. Be right back.
Yeah, this is his cook from last night.
Woo!
That brisket. He put up a brisket. on a GMG pellet smoker. That was the outcome. Very nice, Rick.
Well, I've been to San Antonio a couple times. My son was his Army AIT was there, and they're pretty serious about their food. That Texas barbecue is the real deal.
Yes. Texas barbecue, they are very serious with their barbecue.
Where are you from, Russ?
Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay. Oh, down there on the coast.
Yep, right here in Biloxi.
Pascagoula.
Biloxi, Lance. I was
Biloxi.
born in
Grew
Pascagoula,
up
raised in
Pascagoula.
Pascagoula.
I just wanted to say Pascagoula, get Christopher.
I know, get Chris all wound up.
He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
What, Brian, what are you sorry to hear about? Not me. That was Rick. If that's what you're thinking. Al Fragoni. Okay. Get back.
I guess my son changed his mind. Chad cut some aluminum pipe. He wants me to make him a tower for his pontoon boat to mount speakers on. He cut everything out.
Right.
He's gonna bring it over here today so I can weld it all up. And I see he's still at his house. He'll be in the bed in another hour. He's got to get up like 3 a.m. in the mornings.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, I don't miss them days.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't have any taste buds. So that's one of the things. His cancer was in the throat. So he'd cook. He knows it tastes good though. He just can't taste it. What's up, Gabriel?
That's what happened to me after getting COVID that time, man. I lost taste, and then I started having phantom smells 6 months later, and that lasted a year and a half. And every time I cook for a video, I'm asking the family, I said, what does it taste like? I said, to me, it tastes like crap. Everything tastes like crap, you know? They said, oh, it's good. I'm like,
That's tough.
it took a while to get rid of that. I mean, I couldn't eat nothing. It all tasted vile to me, especially meat of any kind. Yeah, it finally subsided.
So did all you guys meet online across YouTube channels or something?
Pretty much,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, throughout time. Just one here, one there. Russ, like I said, I retired from UPS, and when I was still working, I was trying to be a backyard cook, and I was just destroying food left and right. And I went to a Second Amendment meeting one night in a cookout, and there was a guy there who had brisket, and I mean to tell you, it was the true meaning of melt in your mouth brisket. And I said, man, where'd you learn how to do this? I've tried, and he told me about Russ, and I started following Smoky Ribs Barbecue on YouTube, and Russ just has that act for being able to explain things. You know, you go, if you go back, I was getting ready to say you don't have to go back over his videos again, but that'd be a lie because I just went back over his video last week because I wanted to refresh myself on how he did some old barbecue chicken when he used to do it as a teenager type thing, and I wanted to follow that recipe because I wanted to duplicate that because it looked so good. And actually, I just finished that chicken off last night for dinner. It's so good. That vinegar from that mustard, I'm telling you, it breaks down that chicken and it really makes that chicken nice and tender. But it was very, very good. Very, very good.
Good on him for being willing to share, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's been giving away some secret recipes of mine. Back when I worked years ago in the 90s, I sold chili dogs, and it was a homemade chili that I developed, and just for our chili dogs. And I would not part with that recipe to nobody. I had it under lock and key. And once I started this channel, I gave it away. I gave it away on 3 different occasions, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. This is so true. Russ looking for a hot dog sauce. He's got so many videos out there. You know, he's a good reference to go back to, and you can usually find what you want. And like I say, he's just laid back when he cooks. It's just
and
you're enjoying it with them.
It's not just barbecue. I hit on all kind of things. I'm from here, so a lot of seafood, a lot of crawfish boils, seafood boils, fried
Oh, yum.
seafood platters, you name it, fish dishes, all
Oh,
sorts of things. You know.
chef.
Gabe, I can tell you can't keep no secrets, Gabriel.
My plate that I just finished is right there. He's like
Who
slipping
wants
over
to jump over to it?
I just found your channel, GNC Aquatics. That's a great comment.
Yeah, it didn't take me long after starting that channel to realize that I messed up calling it what I called it, because barbecue has limits. What I mean is you can only do so many things: ribs, brisket, beef ribs, pork ribs. I mean, there's not a lot, you know, and it's like I don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over. So I started doing all kind of things, you know, and have all them years. People say, "How do you keep thinking of things?" I said, "I don't know." It was easy, but once I finally did start kind of losing interest earlier this year, I'm like, I can't even think of nothing. It's like all that's out the window now. I lost my desire, you know.
Yeah, and you know, and I can't keep trying to talk you into doing it because I understand wholeheartedly. You know, I just think it's just
Well, it's become a chore, and when something becomes
right.
a chore, it's no longer any fun.
No,
And
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I had a good long run, man. You know,
Yeah,
so I'll keep going with the other one. I don't know how long, you know,
right.
but I'm doing a lot of things off camera. Even I could put on camera for that. You know, it's just sometimes that camera can be a burden. You know.
Yeah. Well, I got burned out on the YouTube barbecue cooks. I'm just like, I didn't film something one day, and I was like, God, I forgot how much fun it was to enjoy pulling out the grill, cooking up some food, and just enjoying it, and not have to worry about, am I standing in front of the camera? You know, is my mic turned on? Do I have a good picture?
Yeah.
Is there enough lighting? You know, what does it look like? You know, on the camera, and then all that stuff. It adds so much to something that's supposed to be enjoyable. Um, you know, I walked away from it myself for a couple months. I got burned out on it. I was like, God. Then I got the mic, thinking, well, okay, I will just do start doing talkovers, and I enjoy that. But then talkovers is like it's like another chore. It's like my my video is done, it's edited. Now I got to talk over on it.
Yeah. I think yesterday is probably the first crawfish bowl I've done off camera in probably, well, I know 13 years. That's how long I've been on YouTube, or close to it. Not quite 13 years. It'll
Yeah,
be 13 years in July.
you recorded one last year.
Yeah, I've recorded every one I've done since I started this channel, but I can't remember how long it's been since I've done one off camera before my channel. It's been a long time.
Right.
But that felt good. Just
It was.
focus
It
on
was
what you're doing, and that's
right.
it. You know,
So much more enjoyable.
I've given away plenty. You know, the content's not going nowhere, and we'll see
Right.
what Derek does. You know, I don't know if people are following him like they did my channel. You know, but I told him, I said, you can build on it, and you might build a way bigger audience. You know,
Right.
I got it up to a little over 300,000. Took
Woo.
forever, but you know, so what he can do.
So can we still lean on you for a Sunday guest every once in a while, or you just
Oh, yeah.
walk away from that too?
Yeah, unless I'm busy doing something, I have fun
Right.
with these lives. Yeah, I'm not disappearing. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's what it sort of feels like. It feels like he's just disappearing.
Russ is out.
yeah, yeah. This is enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah.
making videos all these years was enjoyable for me. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
was. You know, but I finally reached a point to where I just know when to walk away. You know.
Right. And not only was he doing it for YouTube, his videos were being shared onto Facebook. So he had a responsibility on Facebook too, as far as
Yeah, I got that one hidden right now.
okay.
I'm trying to cut my income way down to where I'm not penalized with Social Security, you know.
Right.
and I just cut. It's not. I didn't delete it. It's hard. My Facebook page was right at 700,000 followers, and it's hard to delete that. So I just hit it. If I want to go in there and just look, I'm like, yeah, I can still see it. Yeah, I can pull it up on my Facebook, but nobody else can see it. You know.
I think so too, Demoose. So one of the vendors, Vivor, sent Russ a slushy machine. Well, Russ will make it into an alcoholic slushy, and I so want to try one of those one day. But Demoose said, has suggested a few weeks back, a new channel, making alcoholic slushies. But it would probably take off. What's up, Troy V? But most of these people in here, Rack, I mean, they've been following us for years. We started off with just, it was called a group of 4 guys called the Goodfellas. And we thought that we could cook as good as, Russ Jones up there in the top right corner, Smoky Ridge Barbecue. But because we were just little channels, we weren't getting recognition. So we started this little group of 4 guys, and our objective is to get our name out there doing lives. We would rotate them, be 4 different people, and then we were trying to promote collaboration cooks, trying to get some of the people that's in the chat right now up onto the panel, get themselves recognized a little bit more. But the 4 of us sort of started breaking off. I guess maybe it just became boring for some, and then family for others, and then there's 2 of us left, pretty much so. One of them was supposed to be, I thought it was going to be here this evening, but with it being Mother's Day, 805 is probably not going to show up tonight. But so that was our whole objective. It went to, what was it, Goodfellas to, I can't even remember, Goodfellas to the Gringo and the Mexican.
I thought it went from Goodfellas to what it is now, Gringo and the Mexican. I thought maybe
it may have been. It may have been. I was thinking there was 3 different names, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
that's one thing about being 66 years old. Your memory sort of sucks. You start losing that memory. Thank you, Brian.
My memory's starting to get like that a little bit.
I'm still staying too busy. I'm not relaxing enough right now. I've got another guy call me. I'm still going out and working. They're doing little side jobs to support my fish hobby.
Yep, I hear you.
Just to supplement, the retirement. I haven't done. This is Simon. I haven't done.
Hey,
that was his birthday last week.
Heck yeah.
This was yesterday, and that drink's like a foot tall.
Wow. Is that right?
18 inches tall. Yeah.
well, you're looking good today after that.
Oh yeah.
Where is that? Where you at there?
I'm in San Antonio.
Okay.
At a it's a festival. It's called Tacos and Tequila. And
that's tricks on that. This is the guy that he and I go after. This guy, his name's Chris. He's a ninny, by the way, Rack. he's a ninny, but he likes to pick on me. We go back and forth. But he's a great guy. We'll do anything for you. That's how we have our fun, picking on each other.
It's the same all over. I'm going to put another link in your chat, Lance.
Help yourself.
I went through Austin, Texas once. They had some pretty good food too. And I found their ukulele society online. Probably started out like your group of 4. Now it's more like 400.
Is that right?
Things like you do, these collabs, you just bring people together and do what you have in common, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they did this play along. One week they studied the song. Somebody put Jimmy Buffett in the chat a minute ago.
All right.
Margaritaville. So everybody learned Margaritaville on the ukulele. And then everybody filmed themselves playing Margaritaville. And then he had an editor volunteer, and everybody sent their clips to the editor. And the editor took everybody's clips and made a montage of the whole group, hundreds of people playing Margaritaville with ukuleles. Yeah, I
Right.
don't think you can watch it with a straight face. It's a guaranteed smile. Everybody's having a blast.
Is that all right?
Reminded me of what the spirit of what you're describing. This is why we come together. That's why we don't like it when it becomes a chore.
Right.
Good feelings, what we're after, the fun. And
I think the four of us had, really, I think the four of us really had good intentions. I've got that tab playing, or that link playing another tab. I think we all had good intentions where we were actually playing it this time, so I don't lose it when the live goes down. But, I just think that, I was the oldest, everybody else was younger. I don't want to say I've done my family thing, because that's not true. I still have, family responsibilities, but not like someone that has, time to eat dinner with the children. Keep your children in the house, have dinner with your children, be with your wife, do that kind of stuff, family stuff. I totally get that. Family has always come first. But, because I'm older, I don't have those same responsibilities. My children are out on their own, starting their own
grandchildren
world.
are different than children.
Yeah.
Brian, that drink was a mango daiquiri.
It looked good.
Boy, I love anything mango.
And that's
Flavor bomb.
strong.
I saw the picture on Facebook. It was your sister who was there too, wasn't she?
My niece.
Your niece?
Yeah.
Or I do a mango slushy.
There you go.
There you go. So you're not going to go to Iola this year, if I remember correctly, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm done with flying, man. That was my last trip last year.
Yeah.
I've been up there twice. It's basically the same thing year after year. Been there, done that, bought the shirt, bought the hat. I'm good.
Right. Right. That's like going to Houston Livestock Rodeo. It's like, man, as much as I'd enjoy it, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna sweat my ass off. I'm gonna get so drunk. I'm gonna be miserable. I'm gonna eat so much, that I'm just gonna be miserable, and then I'm gonna dump $1,500. And I was like, I just can't bring myself to do that.
Yeah. No, it's stressful to me. I love going up there and see Jeff and his family. It has nothing to do with that. I would love to go back. But, man, when these airports are having delays and it makes you miss your connecting flight, just a lot of stress, and I can live without all of that. But, yeah, I'm done with it.
Rag, that's what I was going to ask you earlier. So with the bonsai thing, are you so when you travel to these other places that are doing bonsais also, where you have their own greenhouses and stuff, is this like going across states or local to you or what?
All the above.
Okay.
It was East Tennessee when I went and built that Root Over Rock maple, and we went to a national show. I mean, you talk about some priceless, amazing trees. The national shows, big show in Rochester, New York. I've never been there, but they do a winter show, a winter national show in Kannapolis, North Carolina. And we try to go over there, and they have the best vendors and the best pre-bonsai stock you've ever seen. So if you can imagine going to Lowe's, which my most popular video is going to Lowe's, buying a $12 dwarf Alberta spruce, bringing it home and filming the step-by-step. Here's how to turn this into a bonsai. And for $13, now you got you a bonsai tree. Well, when you go to Lowe's and get one, some farm threw some seeds out there in the ground, probably by a machine, and they did 1 million of them. and they yanked it up, put it in a 1-gallon pot, and shipped it. When you go to the bonsai show, some bonsai guy has got the same tree, but every year he's done several things to it. He's cultivated it in bonsai soil. We won't get into that on your stream, but he's also root pruned it. He's made the roots, instead of just growing as they will, whichever way nature directs, he's pulled them apart every year and made them grow straight out away from the trunk. That's called a radial root base. So as that tree gets older, it's got that fantastic, majestic, ancient look to it. He's trimmed the limbs so they don't cross each other. So it's not just a mat of vegetation trying to catch as much sun as it can, which is what they do in the wild. And you can see the layers of the limbs, and the limbs aren't perfectly aligned. They're offset. So when you get a 5-year-old tree, it's had 12 or 15 different bonsai styling sessions on it at the show. Somebody's handled that for hours to cultivate a nice bonsai in the future versus that. So anyway, long story short, that's the difference in $12 and several $100s for a tree, and it's just hours of labor.
What's
And
your?
so you got to
what's-
travel if you want that.
Well,
You're going to have to travel to get it.
Is that me with the internet?
What?
Was that me with the internet getting gurgly?
I don't know.
It says I still have internet, but I saw some.
It's
I saw,
strong here. Good AV.
yeah, part of Rack conversation towards the end started getting a little gurgly about how many hours, how many hands and hours have been put into it, but I can
Yeah,
still
and
hear
that's
them.
that's kind of rare. So you do have to travel for that. Like a good barbecue festival, there's not one on every block. East Tennessee, the Moose.
Yeah. Did you get into that earthquake?
They said we did. I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
We must have been just on the outer edge. Knoxville got it pretty good. Maryville.
Yeah. I talked to Guggen Barbecue. He's in Georgia. He said his bed shook in Georgia
I didn't hear about this earthquake. When was this?
yesterday morning.
Really?
It's about a 4 on the Richter scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is pretty good though.
They shut down
Yeah.
part of Interstate 40 to check the bridges. I guess everything was okay.
Where was the epicenter of it?
It's around Maryville, I think. Tennessee, right outside of Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't have
Or-
those very often.
Yeah. We
I
have,
was gonna say I didn't think Tennessee was even had any fault lines or anything. We got a
We
major.
got a pretty big one over here in the Appalachians, but
Oh, do you?
we don't ever get hurricanes, right? Until Helene.
Right. We got a major fault that runs from under the ocean, somewhere around where I live, all the way up to St. Louis. And
all right.
you remember that show It Could Happen Tomorrow? Remember
Yeah.
that? And they focused on that fault one time, and they were talking about it just within matter of seconds, all the damage it could, if it was at a certain scale,
Right.
Yeah. It's like, well, I hope that don't happen.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Need that.
I was just going to say something about that, Brian. I remember that one maybe 10 years ago, maybe at best. It was a little west of me. It shook the paintings on the walls here at our house. And I'm in Maryland, so I'm just outside of Fredericksburg, King George, Virginia area. I could
Well, I
be.
remember back in 2010 when I was in Hampton, Virginia, there was an
Right.
earthquake then. We were on board an aircraft carrier there at the dock.
Right.
And I couldn't feel it, but everybody else outside felt it. And
Yeah.
it ran all through, up to Maryland or somewhere up through there.
That could have been it. That could have been it.
Yeah, 2010.
That's longer ago than I thought it was. It was is it Lake Anna? I think is where they were saying. Yeah. Was that 2010, Brian? Because he lives in Virginia. He's closer to Richmond area than Norfolk, Russ.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to go ahead and call it quits here in about another 5 minutes, so I don't get another threatening email from StreamYard.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that. I hope that doesn't prevent you from streaming so much.
Yeah, if it does, it does. I just trying to keep it going alive. We were supposed to have one of the other original guys to the Goodfellas was supposed to be coming back. He's been MIA for probably over a year. He's went through a divorce.
Oh,
He's found love again. So he's just needing some time right now. So no pressure. Keeps going in. Simon, Yes I Can Barbecue. He has stepped up, filled the spot. There's another guy in there, SJ Cook, Salvador. He filled in a little bit while Simon was under some doctor's orders. And Russ always helps out when available. And I try different things from time to time. We try to have picture contest of food, that you cooked. And it just seems like everything, it always comes back to just talking. That seems to work week after week without all the additional rigmarole. But I just try to change up, make a little change from here to there, just so that it keeps everybody's interest. But maybe I'm thinking too hard. Keep it simple, stupid. First time the snow with a blizzard 96 and around. Oh, is that right, Gabriel? I saw you went on that trip in California to go pick up your fish. You went through snow in California last month, didn't you? Yeah, we had some snow. This was probably one of our snowiest winters. I like snow. I especially love snow right after it snows. I can just walk around and just see the lay of the land, because there's a lot of trees and woods around me, and just be able to, you can see, you get depth out of the woods. You get, the grades of the ground and everything. I really enjoy it. Enjoy snow. But then when it starts getting muddy and dirty and everything else, I'm ready for it to go. What's up, George?
Oh, another George.
Yeah.
Yeah, another George. It was Des. I think we are going to go ahead. We got Tim Mitchell and Munchie Mafia. They should be live or about to go live. No, they go live in another half an hour, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
30 minutes. But MSC Aquatics is live right now.
Just do that. The next 30 minutes, do your 2 hours. You'll be okay if you do the 2 hours. You won't run into their start.
Yeah, but then if I have something,
who's going next? Did you say?
MSC Aquatics is live right now. He should be or about to.
Who Aquatics?
M&C, Mike.
Edmund C. I don't know them. Are they in here now or were they?
M, Mike, and C.
M and C.
Yeah, I thought you would know Mike, M&C. No, they are not in here right now.
Okay.
They're a friend of Jeff K, Branton, all of them. They used to go there.
Oh.
You see, watch cooking. Oh, so this is. I just got the alert for Munchie Mafia.
30 minutes.
She's cooking a lamb, and she's braising it with a Mountain Dew, I believe it is.
Hey, Elfish.
And then they go live. He and Jeff go live sometime tonight. David, what time y'all get to 10:30? Y'all go live? Crazy one for sure. Glad.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Tonight Show. That's an elite show. They do a professional broadcast. Johnny and Ed.
Who's that?
Well, it's Elfish, but it's like watching the
Oh yeah,
Tonight Show. Johnny
yeah,
and Ed.
yeah.
Oh, then you like Munchie Mafia.
10:30.
Check it out.
Okay. They go at 10:30. This gentleman and this gentleman, both of them. And MSC just went live. Was this? Oh, this is for Munchie Mafia.
Maria the
Chef
nurse.
Stevie.
Maria the nurse.
So CV, she goes live. She has a spinning wheel, and she spins the wheel rack, and it
Oh yeah, the digital.
yeah, it has handwritten different proteins and what have you. Whatever she puts on there, she has it on this wheel. Whatever it lands on is what she has to cook the following week. So
It's random.
So she doesn't know. It's a random choice by spinning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They spend the week before, and then the next week is the cook.
Fun.
So the protein is always scheduled. It's just that what goes around the protein,
No, that's also random.
also random. So it was a lamb roast with Mountain Dew was two of the ingredients for this week.
Oh wow. It's like that Guy Fieri Tournament of Champions.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically. But with
that should be
bunch
that's
of
her link right there.
degenerates adding all kinds of weird ingredients, including myself.
I think I already found her channel.
She does a lot of the fish lives.
That was it. She was commenting in Ed's stream, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, she has.
Okay. Yeah.
Where's Chris? I wish Chris had posted it too.
Yeah.
He was giving me a hard time last night because I told her, I said, you ought to braise that lamb in the Gatorade. Shut up, Lynn. She's a chef. She does chef things. Something like that. And she came back and she said that's what she was going to do, Chris. So
Oh no.
kiss my arse.
Kiss my plastic butt cheeks. First video of Lance's I ever saw. He's walking around with plastic butt cheeks on.
The whole purpose of that rack was to kiss my grits, Lance. There's a live that was on one night, and it talked about this lady that, the way she dresses while she cooks, she's getting crazy amount of views. And I've always in the back of my head, if I ever had something to like a beefy looking, made you look buff, or something like that I would do it. Well, I said something one night in one of the lives, it must have been Simon's live or one of my lives, that if I had fake butt cheeks, I'd wear them during one of my cooks. Well, it couldn't have been 2-3 days later, unbeknownst to me, I get a package from Amazon delivered to my front door. I said, what in the world is this? And I opened it up and it's fake butt cheeks. I said, oh my God. I said, you know what? I opened my mouth. So, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. So that's what I did with the bacon wrapped hot dogs. But it worked. That video broke 1,600 views.
Congratulations.
That video any other time probably wouldn't have got 200 views.
If it had hair on the butt, hair on the ass, and got any more.
Oh, don't give him any ideas, Russ.
I'll give you no idea. So that's where that came from, Rack.
That was pretty good. I mean, that was good community exercise.
I wonder if Randy's watching.
Yeah, I later I asked one gentleman that's in here usually with us. He's been doing a lot of out-of-state work, and I talked to his wife, about these fake butt cheeks, and she was like, he may or may not have sent them. So I was like, okay, yeah, I knew the answer to that one.
I'm going to spam my last link here, Lance.
Just to let you
Okay.
know, he didn't send them. I did, but he gave me the money for it.
Oh, you okay? So he was still involved then.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's in on it.
Yeah,
Truth
but it
comes
was
out.
fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was just another one of those things of trying something. There's rules for a reason, but sometimes there's too many rules.
So not 5 minutes later, those of Cash App in my account for $20.
Is that right? I opened up that bag. I was like, oh my God. But the hardest thing was trying to I couldn't tell you how many times I took pictures with my Canon, my phone. I'm old. I can't bend like that, and
I do know. Yeah,
how do you get a picture of your ass and I don't want to like film it and assume that that's going to be okay.
Well, you get one of
And
these.
then you go to edit.
Put your phone
Several
on.
people in chat thought Lance has had some work done. He's looking good.
Yeah, I seen a GoFundMe. It says buy Lance a new ass replacement or something like that.
Ass implants for Lance.
Oh,
That's the link for my live stream. Probably not a lot going on there now. We occasionally get nocturnal animals back there raiding the place, but it's active in the morning.
garden. Okay.
Okay. I've actually some of your bonsais, you can hear a lot of birds and stuff in the background.
Yeah, that's the real deal. Now, if you look at that channel, if you look through there, there's a couple of videos of a bear. We had a bear. It came back 2 nights in a row. The second night destroyed the whole feeding station. Had to rebuild it.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Decided it was waking up and it was hungry, and that was bird seed. And also at that point, I started using pepper infused bird seed.
Right.
And the bear does not like that. Neither do any of the mammals. The mammals do not like the pepperized bird seed.
Right.
We got a mockingbird right here in this tree in front of this window I'm sitting in front of every night at midnight, all the way to like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. This thing is just mimicking all kind of birds.
You want me to give you some bird nerd info on that, Russ?
Yeah, I mean, my bedroom's back there, so he's not bothering me, but he's probably bothering the neighbors there.
He's not going to quit. That's an unmated male.
Okay.
And he is singing every song he knows, thinking, if I sing long enough, loud enough,
right.
But it won't happen. The nest and the territories have already been established. He's a bachelor. Better luck next year, buddy.
Why is he doing that at midnight? I figure birds,
so he sang all day. He did the day shift, and that didn't work. So now he thinks, well, I'll just sing at night when there's no competition.
Craziest thing I've ever seen. I said, I'm gonna go out there one night with a pellet rifle or something, and then he's gonna drive all the neighbors crazy.
He thinks he's the starring at the karaoke bar by himself.
He knows a lot of tunes. I'll tell you that one. He's loud though. My goodness.
I know. And I had one that did that one year, and he would also do a backflip, sit on top of the telephone pole and do a backflip.
Yeah.
He'd sing his repertoire, then backflip, then sing another. Like, damn, buddy, I don't know. Chicks are missing out not getting you.
Yeah, it had to be a good mockingbird, man. That's some of the most annoying birds with their loudness,
Yeah, they're kind of rude at the feeder too.
Yeah. Might have to cut the tree down, let him find another tree.
Yeah, I don't think there's an option. Those guys just get it in their head they're going to sing, and they do until next year.
Yeah.
Right.
So like right now, don't hear a peep. He'll start at midnight around there, and he'll go all night long. And then by the time daybreak, then you hear all the birds singing and chirping, which I'm used to that,
Right.
This thing is worse than a rooster crowing.
So my live streamer at the feeding station doesn't have any bird sound. I had to turn the volume off because it's right beside the pond. We got a 26-foot waterfall,
Yeah.
which is wonderful to listen to, unless it's amplified or on a microphone. Then it sounds like static, absolutely horrible.
Huh.
And you can hear the waterfall over the birds. So all you hear is static when I turn the microphone on that camera. So that was a deficit. But we've got red-headed woodpeckers that are worth the price of admission. Turn that thing on tomorrow when you need to relax a little while, and that red-headed woodpecker will be in before you know it.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh, that bird is stunning. Full iridescent red hood, white and black body. Woody woodpecker, probably pileated woodpecker is what Woody thought he was.
Yeah. We get the pileated around here every once in a while. We get the what's the
woodpecker
other one?
every now and then, but we got some red
Bountiful.
cardinals that hang out in the backyard.
There's the woodpecker that goes in your chat every once in a while too.
It's the male that's got all the pretty colors, ain't it? The red and white.
Both of them.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh yeah, looks good.
Red-headed woodpecker. Yeah,
Yeah.
down there in Mississippi, you may have seen an ivory-billed woodpecker, Russ.
Possibly. Not sure what that is, but
Well, they're debating whether or not it's extinct now.
oh, okay.
Wasn't there another one, another woodpecker called? Was it Bountiful or something like that, or Bounty or
Downy,
Downy? That's it.
I've heard of that one.
little woodpecker. We got that at that feeding station in my backyard. This is suburbia. This is amazing. 85 different species have been back there. Hairy woodpecker, downy woodpecker, northern flicker, red-bellied woodpecker, red-headed woodpecker, and then behind the fence we do have the pileated flying around. They just don't come down to the feeding station. We don't have grubs to serve them.
Yeah.
So 6 species of woodpeckers in my backyard.
We got quite a few American bald eagles in this area. There's some nest right there on Deer Island, which is just south of Highway 90 where the water begins. There's an island, a strip of land there. And it's
I never get tired of seeing those. I've been watching birds all my life. It's always special when I see an eagle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're getting to where they're getting really populated in this area. When I was
did
a kid,
build
I never seen them, you know.
Because we have a few of them around here and the osprey. I built the.
Yeah, we have osprey. We have plenty of hawks.
Well, you know, those they can be hell on your koi pond.
Yeah.
They got good taste. They don't take the cheap ones.
Yeah, I see these hawks flying around. My wife has some outdoor cats, and we've had some small ones out there before, and they're looking, you know, like y'all better hide.
They'll get you.
Yeah,
Well, I had them build a fish cave in my pond. We got
Okay.
all the herons. We probably got, let's see, all the herons and egrets that migrate through here. So I built an extra fish cave. And I can go out there. I can go out there at the pond and not see any koi and know something flew over. They didn't like it, and they all spooked into the fish cave.
That's
And I
good to
swear, I
see that.
think they're like her other herding animals. If one darts in there like he's scared, the others instinctively follow.
Yeah,
They're not looking around. They're not asking questions. They're getting in the cave.
right.
I helped a buddy of mine put a metal roof. We built them a lean-to this week. We put a metal roof on it. He's got decent sized little fabricate or preform pond, and it probably had about 10 nice sized koi. He went to Ocean City, Maryland last weekend for the car show and came back, and every one of them are gone. Every one of his koi, and there's 2 big what do you call it, Johnny Cranes, but heron
Great
right
blue
there.
heron.
Yeah, he's waterfront.
I just read that comment Troy wrote. Woodpecker not as popular today, but were all the rage in the medieval times.
On a skewer.
Well, we got plastic and rubber now, Troy.
Yeah, flamingos.
Look here. Yeah, cardinals. I see cardinals that love looking at themselves in the mirrors, side view mirrors on my truck.
Yeah, it's funny what a bird. We used to have birds. You know, we put hang a little mirror, and they're looking at herself and pecking at herself and stuff. You
Yeah.
know.
Their buddy. Found a buddy.
Yeah, find them a
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Brian
won't be.
Lloyd. He that's a territorial. Those birds build a nest and they claim a yard, and nobody else is welcome in their yard. A lot of times that's
Yeah.
what happens with the assault on the mirrors too. The truck's parked in a territory.
Yeah.
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 I was seeing a
Many-
cardinal the other day in the backyard. He was picking up something out of the grass, feeding. You know.
Put a plastic grocery bag over that mirror when it's parked. You can take it off when you get in. Keep the bird from messing on your vehicle.
I think it is a cardinal. Yeah, the one I watch is a cardinal. I haven't went out there to watch them lately, but the one I used to watch was a cardinal. It's like
know-
angelfish. I had angelfish one or two before as a teenager, but I
Mhm.
never, I had angelfish twice now that paired up. And I mean to tell you, them some bitches are not angels, man. When they're protecting eggs, good.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Mean
Man,
cichlids.
I had one angel. He'll actually turn himself sideways, like he's picked up momentum. He'll come after another fish. Angelfish is coming near the eggs, and he'll turn sideways and go right at it and lunge at it. They're aggressive as hell.
Speaking of aggressive, I was a bird bander for a bunch of years, and that cardinal has got the worst bite. That beak is so short and stout and massive. They're good at cracking seeds.
Right.
Well, I mean, sometimes it doesn't grow back. You know, the cardinal gets hold of you, goner.
I know that woody pecker she's talking about. That's
Yeah.
what you call it, ain't it?
Eddie.
No, not Eddie. Or maybe I'm wrong. I always thought it was Quint.
It could be. He sort of dropped off again. I haven't seen Quint for a while.
Neither. He used to text me every now and then. I ain't got a text
I
from him
sent-
in a year.
I sent him some hats about at least a month ago, maybe longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, just as it is.
Is that right? Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, Lance.
All right, Russ. I'm right behind you, buddy.
I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm gonna go scare something up.
Pleasure to be on the panel with you, Russ. Good to talk
Yeah,
with
you too. Good to meet you.
Likewise.
All right,
Chad?
Russ. We'll see you next Sunday or talk to you before then.
All righty then. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend, which is about gone, ain't it?
Yeah. Thank you for coming up.
All right, man. Later. Let me hit this button.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. Here's another one, Mama and Papa Joe.
Hey, CJ.
What's up,
Hey.
CJ? Very good channel. Excellent cooks. Husband and wife. He used to compete, do a lot of competition cooks in Texas. He's since sort of kind of, as far as I know, he's walked away from it totally now. There's probably not a whole lot that he can't win for a second time at this point, but great show, great cooks. He used to go live, but now he's just, his wife is retired, so they're doing a little bit of traveling now and enjoying life. But great channel to watch if you want to see some good food. He did a I ain't going chef something. It's almost like a white sauce chicken on his kettle this week. But it was named, I can't remember what it was now. CJ, help me out. But that looked good.
Lance, I can't find that M&C Aquatics page.
Here, let me look for it.
Thanks, folks. We might be coming your way this fall, Lance. Cornell, that's it. Cornell, it's a college. That's why I should remember the college. It's called Cornell Chicken. Yeah, I'd like to hook up with you and Alicia. We could go to Captain Leonard's Seafood or something, get some crabs. I know it's been a while since you had some Maryland crabs. Did you find it, Simon?
Yeah, I got it. Edit, paste.
MC Aquatics.
Oh, no, and it's just MC. Thank you, Simon.
The channel is M&C Aquatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, ampersand. Got it.
Yeah.
You got Price Tag Joe. He's got Jeff Kane. He's got Curtis Skull in there, and then MNC Aquatics Mike.
Oh my gosh, what a show!
Just lost Mike, the host. In case they're watching, I see you, Jeff. I see you.
Jeff Kane.
I see you, Curtis. What's up, Price Tag Joe? What's up, Mike?
Those cats are having a good time. The Zen Ginger's in there. Cheryl.
Man, yeah.
They left your stream and went to that stream. I love that about this community.
Yeah.
Always something
showing
happening.
us support. Spreading the support. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Crawl.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had a get together, all of the genres that you've put together, Lance? What a party!
I don't want to say I put together nothing. I mean, I think that's flattering, but I had nothing to do with that. I just started going around and, the people were intermingling, but it probably would happen sooner or later anyway.
Well, I know you don't want credit because you're a good guy, but I mean, that's just community building 101, and you did it successfully.
Yeah. I can't hear what they're saying because I don't want it to feed back over here.
I know. All right. I'm with you.
I saw Curtis wave one time, but I don't know if he was waving back at me or he just a coincidence.
What's it, one finger?
No.
They got some good looking aquariums. Your tank looks good, Lance. What you got in that big one behind you?
Behind me is a 55-gallon community. Mostly tetras.
Yeah.
I do have hanging on the front. I don't know if you can see a breeder tank
Yep.
or not, but I've got angelfish fry in there.
Cool.
My first. I'm going to give it a shot. But it's just a community tank. Like I said, mostly tetras. One angel. His mate, she passed away. I think she got egg bound. Some of these plants are from Stephen P. He sent me in the mail
That's
this week.
cool. Stephen P's helping you out with plants.
I was having a lot of meltdown and a lot of leaves that were getting holes in them. And I bought a hardness kit. I never owned a hardness test kit.
Yeah.
So I bought one of those. I did some work. I have meters for like the salt and the pH and stuff. But,
Sure.
So I started testing things, and I gave him the results, and he gave me his opinion, and actually sent me plants that would work with my well water.
Boom.
So that's what we're doing. I may do a tour one day. I got the gold white clouds over there. I got
Fun
the
fish.
CPDs, which are sort of like the alike looking trout fish.
Absolutely.
I got a tank.
Wow.
I do have a breeding pair of angels in the bottom, 20 tall. The 30 tall hexagon I have over there are those green Bulgarian angels.
Sounds good, too.
Couple tanks of shrimp, Jody P. Grant from TGOE, the Garden of Eden.
Yeah. Grant.
And then over here is my 75 gallon. It's my rainbow tank.
Oh, you got rainbows. It's got Bosemani.
Bosemani, turquoise, Parkinson's. I've got just introduced last weekend, this past weekend, the dwarf neons.
I don't know about those.
I really like those. I had yellow in here, but they bit the dust. They didn't hang around long at all. Maybe 3 weeks, and they were gone, all three of them. But that's one thing, buying from Petco. So my Petco, they don't stock rainbows, but they gave me like a printout of what's available to them through the vendors.
Yeah.
And I just go through and I tell them what I want, and they order them in.
That's fun.
And probably about within a week and a half time, I go over and pick them up.
I want to give you something to think about. I'm not saying you should do this, but if you wanted to implement bonsai into your fish
Right.
keeping, you could get some of those bald cypress seedlings and plant them in your gravel. You can trim the roots very aggressively so they're not a huge root ball, just a little, and then they're tall and lanky, so the canopy will come out of the aquarium.
Right.
But if that water isn't too rich, and they can handle some rich water, you see them growing in swamps. You can grow. I don't know what kind of lids you have, but you can grow a bald cypress tree out of your aquarium and style it like a bonsai.
Right.
And it'll be taking up nitrates out of your water, cleaning your water, and making the
Clean the
room
water.
air fresher too.
Right. Right.
That'd be a good video for you if you wanted to do something like that.
You never know. I might get crazy. I'm out the plants. This is the 55 I've got, or 75 rather. I have plants coming out the top of that. Got the tall, what do they call it? Aquarium grass. It's not the dwarf grass, but it's the tall version of it.
Valsneris?
No, it's real thin stuff. I can't remember the name of it. I got a variegated plant. Those are one of the first ones I bought over a year ago, and I can't remember the damn names of them.
I know. Me either. I don't know. Where's Stephen P. when you need him?
Yeah, they got all these fancy names to them. But I'm enjoying it. I was glad I started watching these tanks. So I was like, God, why aren't I doing this anymore? I enjoyed it so much. And I see all these people having all this fun, and then I was amazed at all the different fish that was available to you now that probably was available to me then, but I just didn't know anything about them. But we did when I met my wife, one of the first visits to her house, I went downstairs, and her dad, 2 walls of his basement. Okay, Des, I'm getting ready to head in here in just a few seconds.
See you, Des.
But you go downstairs, and 2 of his walls were just cinder blocks and 2x4s, where he bred guppies.
Love that. Love it. My first childhood memory of fish was my mom keeping guppies in the old round fish bowl.
All right, let's go ahead and just end this here in a few seconds. She must have went live just a little bit. Well, it's her time, their time anyway. 9 o'clock. Oh, it is 9 o'clock. It's just the StreamYard clock is different. So, Rack, I appreciate you coming up.
Thanks for having me up, Lance. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Simon.
Yep. Chat, if you want to go over and check out Munchie Mafia, she is live. She's cooking a lamb tonight. Just cooked the damn chip. What's up, Ron? Getting ready to cut out, buddy. But CV Munchie Mafia just went live. She's got a lamb roast she's cooking. Go check her out. Simon, Yes I Can Barbecue goes live Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
I'll usually come in here co-host with him. We've got Des, Peaceful Des. She goes live on Fridays. Devil Dog's not in here. There's another one that goes live on Saturdays, which is a friend of Peaceful Des and stuff. But, check us out. Rack, appreciate you. More I
Thank
see
you.
you, the more I learn about you. You got all kinds of channels. Of just need to go check them all out. I do have the pond one now. I have the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville still playing on another tab, so I don't lose it.
See if you can find me in there, Lance.
I will. And then I got the other one written down right here, Bird Garden channel.
Bird Garden, yeah.
Yep. So, Rob, I'm sorry, buddy. I hope your health's doing better this week than it was last week. And maybe we'll see you next week, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Chat again. We appreciate y'all. We thank you. Simon, do you want to do that thing now? You want to go check out CV with the?
I want to go see Civi. So
All right,
We can do
we'll
it.
do the administrator thing another day.
we do it Tuesday night before my
Okay.
life.
Okay.